Now that you have access to your Wildfire website, we'll show you how to navigate around in the system. You'll do so through the Wildfire menu. That is the menu that is on the top of every screen. You'll always see the main menu, which is the black one at the top. To see the submenu bar, click on one of the items and it will be exposed. Click again to hide it. So let's start looking at the menu. We'll go from left to right. The first item you'll see here says View Website. This gives you a preview of the website. You'll see that now that we are in this view, the View Website option has dropped off, and the first option now is Setup. If you go to Setup, you'll see that there's 3 submenu items under it. The initial setup is something you should have done just after logging into the website for the first time. By the way, most of the items that are under the initial setup are also in Style Your Website, so that's where you should go if you want to change them. The Copyright submenu item brings you to this page. This is where you'll enter the various details about the ownership of the website and its contents. You must fill in the information prior to launching the site. These details will be displayed to the public on the copyright page. I'll show you what that looks like once we fill these out. So first, you're going to put in the name of the website sponsor. This is the sponsoring organization or a sponsoring person. Ask us for help if you aren't sure who this is for your website. You'll also need to translate this for all of your navigation languages. Next, you can put a website address for that sponsor. This is optional. You can put a contact email address here. This will be seen on the website. And you can insert the name of the copyright holder for most of the content on the website. I'm just entering sample information here. The next section talks about message translation. So you'll have to translate these terms for the other navigation languages. For this site, Spanish has already been done. So I'll scroll to the bottom and you'll see a box called Other Information. This is other information that you'll want to include on the website regarding copyright statements that are not covered by previous statements. Then you'll also need to translate this for all of the navigation languages. Once you're done on this page, you can scroll to the bottom and click the Save button. This will show what it will look like on your website. The email you put in will be seen. The sponsor's name will be here, and if you put a URL in, it will be linked. The copyright holder will be here. Extra information you put in will be down here. The last item under Setup is called Guest Key. The guest key gives you a chance to give a temporary access to somebody who wants to preview your site before it's publicly launched. For example, it could allow your director to audit the website or allow somebody a chance to review the translation work. So here in the Wildfire menu, you can change the guest key. But first, let me show you how it works. At the bottom of every page is this link called Guest Preview. So if you go to the page that you first want viewed by your reviewer, and you scroll to the bottom and you click Guest Preview, this link comes up. Press Ctrl+C to copy this link. Then you're going to send that link to somebody either by email or by text. When they get the link, they will just paste it into their browser, hit enter, and here's a preview of your site that they're able to see. They can actually navigate around to your entire site. So what the guest key option here on the Wildfire menu does is it allows you to generate a new key. By clicking on this, you're going to change this key so that any previous invitations that you sent out will no longer work. If you want to make any of the links that you previously sent not valid, you would simply click the button, generate a new key, and you'll see this number has changed and the previous ones won't work. And down below you have two options. For the guest key, you can have your guests view only published pages or let them view published and draft pages. After you make any changes to the screen, it's important that you click Save. Okay, now moving on in the main menu, you'll see the next item is Work with Pages. This is where you'll be spending much of your time building your website. The overview screen gives you access to all the pages on your website. Arrange menu links allows you to change the menu of your website, and Add Page does just that. It allows you to add a page. All of these are covered in depth throughout many of the other videos. So next we'll look at Work with Media. This is another place where you'll be spending a lot of your time, and there's detailed videos on the media library and how to add media items to it. This is where you will build and manage all of the media on your site. The media library is the place that stores all of your media, so you could come and find your media, edit your media, delete your media, and add your media from this page. Through Add Media item, you'll see that you can upload audio, documents, images, PDFs, remote videos, and videos through this. The encoding queue shows your media as it's first processed as you upload it to your site. You don't really need to worry about this unless you're checking in on the media. It will be listed here in the screen. The next item is Style Your Website. This is where you can choose or edit different visual elements of your website. Some of these you've already done through initial setup. At that time you would have selected a theme, you would have selected a color. This is where you can come back and change those things. You haven't selected a website logo yet. If you wanted to do that, you would click on Website Logo, click here to add your media item. If it's already on your site, you could choose one of the images, but if you want to upload it, you would click on Choose File, and you would find where it is in your computer system. You will have to add some alternative text. You could crop the image if it's not the right size. Once you're ready, click on the Save button. You'll see that the logo that you just uploaded is checkmarked, so click Insert Selected. You can add a shortcut icon, also known as a favicon. This is the little logo that appears in a browser tab. These both are optional. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click Save Configuration. Here you can choose whether or not to show breadcrumbs at the top of your website pages. Breadcrumbs are the website menu paths that appear sometimes at the top. The next item in the menu is Font. Select that and it'll take you to this page where you can upload special fonts, or you can select fonts that are already on the website. You can choose to assign them as standard text or as the headers. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom and click on Advanced Settings, you can see two choices here. Is that you can make the font selection language neutral, so it would be the same font for all the languages, or if you want specific fonts for specific languages, you would click the second option, make font selection language specific, and then click Save. Now you'll see that I can specify fonts for English or for Spanish as I go through. The next item in the list is social media. So Wildfire allows you to have links to social media in your website. There's two different types of links. Share links are ones where people can share links of your website on their social media accounts. And follow links are placed on your website where people can click on those and follow your social media accounts. So first, let's click on Share Links. These are the options that we have, and you can choose to show or not show any of these options on your website. Once you have the selections that you would like, then scroll to the bottom. When people share your website on their social media, by default, the website logo will be shared. If you want to choose a different image to be shared instead of the website logo, click this button and click Add Media to find it. Otherwise, click Save at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to click View Website, and on the pages, the social media links don't share unless you enable them. So to enable it, click Title and Options, and you'll see this option here to show your social media share links. Check the box, click Save, and at the bottom of the page now you'll see those share links are here that people can click on to share your site. Let's go back and look at the follow links. On this page, you need to specify your social media accounts that people will be able to follow. For example, here's a YouTube account. I will copy the URL to it by hitting Control-C, and I'll paste it under YouTube here, Control-V. And here's a Facebook account, same thing. I'll copy it and I'll paste it in. And there's a few other links I'll fill out, and then I'll click Save. So now that I've saved this, I'll click View Website, and if you scroll to the bottom, on the footer of every page are going to be the social media links that you put in so that people can click, and it takes them to your social media page. The last item in this submenu is PWA. PWA stands for Progressive Web App. Visitors may download your website and view it offline on their own computers. So on this screen, you may select certain features of the PWA file. You'll need to provide a short name for the PWA file, also for the navigation language. You can either use the website logo or choose an image to use for the icon for the PWA. And here you need to select all the pages that you want the visitor to be able to download. There we go. Then scroll to the bottom and click Save. The next item on the Wildfire menu is Website Languages. Here's where you can add or modify navigation languages like we did during the initial setup. And here's the Translate interface. In this section, you need to translate a lot of interface messages throughout the system to your navigation languages. For more help on this, there's another video specifically on Translate interface. And the last item in the Wildfire menu is the Help button. If you click this, it'll take you to our help site, which has lots of documentation and lots of these help videos for you. So I hope this was a helpful tour of our Wildfire menu to help you navigate your system.